Hi,
Hello,
I'm Kalindra Blanks,
I'm Kenadra Jenkins.
and we're the founders of Flourishing Families.
So last week we told you all we would be speaking about board membership today, and that's just what we're going to do.
So first, I'll start off by asking Kenadra a couple of questions to test her knowledge on board membership.
Oh no.
Yes, see who you're really working with. So Kenadra, who is necessary to make a board?
Well, we're going to make this a question that we both answer. I believe the very first,
She cheated.
the first position that's the most important it's a necessity for all boards is the president. You have to have them on all grants. You have to have them on all documentation for the IRS. So the president is the person that helps the organization organize. It puts people together. It brings who's going to be on the board, what the board selections are needed. It's going to finalize policies, procedures, and it's going to finalize structure. So who else do you think needs to be on the board?
I'm gonna go with the secretary.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes, the secretary is an absolute must. They make sure that the board they're the true organizer for the board, right? So they keep the schedules, they make the minutes, they make sure that everybody's on task, they stay focused, and your president and your secretary have to be very enthusiastic, and they have to work together well. Yeah. So you make sure that relationship is a strong relationship, that they get along so that there's no drama on the board.
So finally, and to me, this is the most important one, which is the treasurer. The treasurer,
Money grubber.
the treasurer keeps the accounts receivable. It's a little pun for you. Accounts of receipts and disbursements for the organization. So that's any board funds that are there, any funds for the organization. They keep all track records of everything, which Kalindra is really good at that for our organization, Flourishing Families.
Yeah, so I'm the accountable one, you guys. So,
there are other positions that can be on the board, but those positions, oh gosh. So, vice president.
Why on earth would a vice president be needed?
A vice president is there to help the president. So now the secretary is doing the minutes and organizing schedules, but the vice president is to help the president with structure, policies, procedures. It's another person to help them think.
Right, and also both the president and vice president should build the culture of the organization, make sure the core values are upheld, and they are actually the leaders for the organization. They set the tone, the pace, and if you don't have great leadership, then your board is likely to fail. So
let me stop you right there. President and vice president, they set the tone. So however they act, that's likely the way the other board members are going to think it's okay to act as well. Those are the most important positions.
yes.
They're the leaders. So on to our next question. What's the point?
Yeah,
What's the point of a board? Why does the IRS make you have a board?
Well, first of all, founders like us, they want to make sure that other people are weighing in on your decisions for the organization. They want to make sure that there's another person that can be held accountable, can answer questions, and that it kind of makes sure that you're authentic through those other people. So, have you heard the game telephone?
Oh yeah.
Right? And so you're playing telephone, the IRS calls the founders, and they want to make sure that story is the same story they get from the president, vice president, and secretary, treasurer, and anyone else that is on your board. So you want to make sure that you're true to your core values. You want to make sure that you're true to your mission, your vision, and that the money is in the right place.
They're verifying your mission. They're verifying that you're doing what you say you're going to do to help the cause that you say you're going to help.
So my question to you is, how do I choose these people?
Well, you definitely want to choose someone that is passionate about your mission. How can you tell if someone's passionate about your mission?
I don't know, it's so many.
Okay, for Flourishing Families, how do we choose board members?
So they live it already. It's already in them. They have a desire to want to help those or support the mission that you have. They have the same values as you do. And you actually, we put ours through an interview process, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know that it's not a paying job. We get that, but we still want you to treat it as if you're being paid. We want your commitment level there, your compassion there, your communication there.
Which are our core values.
Yes, which is the reasonable time. A lot of those values.
Oh man.
Oh man, great people.
Okay. So another thing you want to make sure is that they're following your bylaws, any policies and procedures. So let's say you're in an organization that we've already established. The board members that you choose, your new board members, they need to make sure that they understand your policies, your procedures, and most important, your bylaws.
Yes.
Okay. So what else is another niche that somebody that you want to have on your board needs to have?
So
Somebody that wants to be on your board needs to have.
So definitely the dedication.
Dedication.
You said that.
But you can't find out dedication. So what do you do? What do we do to find out dedication?
To ensure that they're a dedicated person, you don't automatically add people to your board. You know, they hold a position for a certain amount of time and they find out what you really do and that this really work, and then they leave. So you want to make sure that they volunteer for a little while, make sure they understand the culture, understand personalities and personality traits and what makes this person tick, you know. And what we also do is we have like icebreakers, and we do a lot of different things at our board meetings to make sure people mesh well. So
one thing I heard from Steve Harvey a long time ago is that
a quote from him.
when he was working with Ford, they had to put him on a 90-day probationary period to see if he fit well. One thing that we do on our board is we put our board members on a 90-day probationary period with 30-day increments of evaluations to see if this person still fits with our organization. Once that 90 days is up, their term, which is another important thing, you have to give them a term. Our term is 2 years on our board. After those 2 years, you can either reapply to be in that same position and be chosen again, or we can go to the next person that's interested in that position.
Yes, and you can still volunteer for the organization, but terms are so important because you want to make sure that you are to continually grow. You have to continuously embrace change. So you want to make sure that, okay, what's a different perspective? How can we get a new freshness on the board? We need some revitalization on the board. We don't want to have the same ideas from the same people. And we just keep it in high rotation. But it also gives us a good base for volunteers. They understand they've already worked with you. And if they ever want to come back into that position, they can. They might have, once they leave that position, they might have gone out and found some new ideas and another way to be innovative. So you always want to keep that innovation on your board and keep it growing.
So let's talk about prior experience. So many volunteers do not have prior experience on another board. Does that mean that they can't be on your board?
Not necessarily. However, you want to make sure that they do have some type of talent in the field that they're going into. So
business experience.
Yes, some business experience. You want to make sure that they are at least business competent. You know, you want to make sure that they understand how business works. And a lot of people, especially kids that just graduated high school, they don't have that. So they're trying to get that. They're trying to work. But that's another purpose for the 90-day probation. You know, you want to get them in there, see if they understand what they're doing, see if they understand where the direction that the organization is going in, and then just try it out.
What about business leaders and rich people and people that you just want them on your board for the title? And, you know, what do you think about that? Titles are nice.
Titles are nice. Money is nice, you know, but
is that passion going to be there?
Yes, and work ethic is so much more important.
Work ethic.
Because that is how you actually grow the business and grow your mission. So unless you're not going to stay dedicated to your mission, then, you know, shoot, go for it. You know, just get someone with some money and then boom, bam, you have an organization. But that's where a lot of organizations fall into that fraudulent phase, you know.
Fraudulent phase. So I've got a question for you. If you were to pick two adjectives, if you were to pick two adjectives of someone...
English, not her favorite subject.
If you were to pick two adjectives of someone that you think are the most important qualities, two characteristics, of the person with the most important qualities that need to be on your board, what would be your two, and then I'll tell you my two.
My two would be, because of the nature of our business, it would be...
Mine are going to be different.
Yes. commitment and compassion. So you have to have compassion not only with the clients that we assist, but also with other board members, understanding their background, their lifestyle, the things they have going on in their life, but also the commitment to the organization, making sure that you have made enough time. Time management is super important. And also that you're committed to the value and the vision of the organization, so that when others talk to you about it or ask you about it, you can speak compellingly on the subject.
And this is why me and Calandra are so good at being business partners, because while she thinks in the aspect of those core values, which are part of our core values, my two characteristics would be innovators and people that have integrity. Because for me, it is very important that your mindset is that of the future. Where are we going to grow this thing? Because our vision, and it's most nonprofits' vision, is to grow, for their cause to end. We want to end homelessness, and we want to end other causes that are happening.
We want to go out of business.
We want to go out of business. That's the purpose of it. So innovation, to grow, to learn how to get out of this business, but to be able to help people in the meantime, and also integrity, because integrity will keep a lot of questions down about your organization. A lot of people are already worried about giving to your organization, volunteering for your organization. There are so many organizations that have done the wrong thing that we're already in a bad spot for most nonprofits. So, and
yes,
integrity,
we have a bad stigma.
We have a bad
already.
stigma.
Yes, and the great thing about it, though, how our core values work together, right? So with compassion, your integrity should already be there. If you are compassionate about what you're doing in the organization, if that matters to you, then it's less likely that you wouldn't have integrity.
Right.
And also with commitment
comes innovation.
So if you're committed to the growth of your organization, then you're going to be committed to the innovation, which is why it's awesome to have a business partner as well as vice president, secretary, and treasurer to have the same value system, to work together well, and just to really
be in compliance with the IRS.
Yes. Dedication, commitment, integrity, innovation, all of these things are super important, especially for the leadership.
So that is our answer for this week's poll. Next week we will put a poll question up this afternoon for next week. And you know what? You guys give us feedback. What do you want us to talk about?
Yes, please weigh in. Tell us your ideas, your thoughts, and have a voice. If you ever want to be on the show, you're always welcome. Just please inbox us and let us know what you want to come on the show and what you want to speak about, and we can arrange that. You can also you can contact us in one or two ways. You can call us at 931-221-2992, or you can visit our website at www.flourishingfamilies.org.
Thank you.
Thank you.